Okay, so it's been a bit of a while since I did the last video, probably about a month or so. Obviously with Christmas and New Year and cold weather and everything else, I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna leave it for a bit. So I've sort of taken a bit of a step back from the cars, but I'm back on it again now in the new year, nicely motivated again. So I'll show you what I've been doing. I'd already started before New Year anyway, but I've been working on the top fin of the spoiler, which is that, and the passenger side sill extension, which the driver's side still needs a fair bit of work on, but I've got to start somewhere, so I'm starting with the driver's one, since it was already removed already, so makes sense. I'll show you up close what I've been doing. So on the top fin, you can see it's obviously looking, I don't know if you remember what it looked like before, but it's very lumpy and there was bits of nothing, all of this was flat. It's all very much like that. Whereas now it's looking a lot better. Still need some work on the edges here. I haven't rounded off any edges because they're not quite fully straight yet, but they're not far away. You can see everything's flatted on top now, the right sort of shapes. Everything's looking really good. I'll show you the underneath in a minute if I can as well, so you can see what's what. This whole piece is removable, so it's going to have two lock-in pieces in here basically, and they'll basically like a screw thing, bit like the things you get in flat pack furniture from IKEA, and I'll literally just turn around, twist into the hole, and it'll go back and attach itself back to the stanchion bits that are on the ends of the spoiler on the wings, or quarters even. So that should look quite cool. But you can see it's looking pretty smooth, not bad at all. And then the underneath, see if I can turn this over, it's probably a good idea. Ignore this, sorry. Not the easiest thing to do whilst holding a camera. Same again, this piece is looking really good. Again, the edges haven't been done yet, but really not far off at all. All good. A few little bits like low spots in here, that one there for instance. And there's a few little bits of patches of filler to finish off in there. You can see there's sort of tiny little kind of holes here, just where the fiberglass has come through when I've been flattening back, but you sort of have to go through that stage to get it right. But you can see where the original spoiler was, it was sort of sat there. I've put a whole new centre section in there, obviously because it's got to be a lot wider, and you can see where it's been, so it's all been fiberglassed and everything else. So yeah, all good with that. The sill extension, I've had quite a lot of work on this, nowhere near finished yet, but you'll get the idea. So what I'm having to do is bolster up this bottom piece here, because that was really thin before, it's like a thin thing, and obviously I've had to put a nice coat of filler on here to get it right and get the shape right for what these little extension pieces are like, so they're right shapes and they curve into the car, and then this whole thing sort of curves slightly in the middle like that. You can see that on there, and obviously this piece mounts to the car, but that's come along quite nicely. I'll show you the whole thing along. As you can see where it's, in fact I'll just turn it over, that'd be easy, wouldn't it? Right, so there you go. So you can see where I'm still having to do the bottom section. Not all of this has been flatted yet. It sort of has, it's been done to like 40 grit level, but it needs pieces filling in. It's not far off though. It looks worse than it is. Once it's in primary you'll see better. But go all the way along there. Again, the lines need finishing off, but you get the idea with it. And then this section here goes towards the edge of where the wheel is. This piece is all nice and curved. All the inside piece is done on this side as well. Looking pretty good. So yeah, done quite a lot of work on that, and it'll be finished hopefully in the next week or so. What I've also been doing, I've been playing with this on the wheel. So here we go, this is probably trickier to show actually. Oh, actually no, I've got a spare one here, so that's right. Right, okay, so anybody who saw the wheel before, obviously all the bits of trimming, extra trimmings and stuff on here have all been taken out as I've shown on previous videos. And what I did have is on the centre caps, I've modified all these. There you go. These were like a big chunky centre cap thing, like 4x4 style. And what I'd done, I'd chamfered all the edges off because they were like it before. I thought, well, let's follow the lines of what they look like. But when I put it on the actual wheel, I thought, you know what, it looks a bit sort of like a I don't know, like a flower pot type thing sat in there. Didn't look right. So what I've done is, if I put that on next to that one, I've squared the edges off. It's not fully finished again. This is just, I did this like 10 minutes ago. It's still got to be bolstered up to be no gaps on there basically, but you get the idea. So there's one that's got sort of this edge, and now it's straight instead. So it's going to go, if I move along here, I think it looks nicer. There you go, it's a pretty good angle. I think it's a lot nicer for showing the sort of flatness, well, the concaveness of the wheel technically, but the flatness of the centre section, rather than having like an extra chamfered piece in there, because I didn't really like it. But yeah, I think it's going to look really good. I've got to do the other 3 wheels fairly soon. I'll be getting the at least one of those off soon to get the next one done in primer. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. So doesn't look like much, but it actually is. It took quite a while. I'll also be doing a video on the Clio finally shortly, because I've been doing some work on that as well. Quite a lot on the inside, on the rear tailgate and stuff. So I'll do one of those. So you can have 2 videos today. And you'll obviously let me know what you think as per usual. And hopefully everything goes pretty well from now on. Now with the new year and the half decent weather should be coming soon. But yeah, feel free to comment, subscribe, usual stuff, and I'll do another video as and when.